buddy, Stanley here. We got our 10th episode of our New York Islanders franchise mode here on the PS4, guys. In the last episode, we went and did the Year 2 draft for your New York Islanders. We made a couple moves. Actually, no, sorry. We made a humongous move to acquire a top-notch D-man. So make sure you go hit the like button to show your support. It is greatly appreciated. I decided, you know what, I'm going to start out different. I'm going to try and be as engaging as possible, and hopefully you guys do enjoy this episode. Make sure you go check out the last episode because it was wild. As I said, we got a top-notch defenseman, so link will be in the description down below. And we are going to get started right now. I have got a ton of... I got two humongous comments from two top-notch guys, Paulie and Brandon. Thank you very much, as usual. And I have looked over every option I possibly could find. I look around the league for trades. I talk with other GMs and seeing who might be on their blocks. I looked all through the free agents and looking what positions we need to fill if we want to be a top-notch hockey team here. And so I looked through and I figured out the guys that I want to go after. So first of all, the one most important guy. We have always been talking about improving our defense. And no, it's not Ryan McDonough. Just because I said defense. The thing that I think we need a ton of is... or here, let me say this. What is it that John Tavares needs most? I think, well, a Stanley Cup. Aside from that, I think he needs to get a top-notch player alongside him. And look at how many great wingers we have here. Like, what are the chances of that? So, out of all of these wingers, I have looked at all of them. And I may even go after two, potentially. But the one that I really looked at and I thought, you know what? I really do want to get this guy. It was a tough race. It was between Jeff Skinner and Panarin. The term and the money didn't frighten me at all. I would be willing to go either. Jeff Skinner, it seems that he has a more defensive style game, a bit more physical, a bit more speed, and he takes like 200 shots, I checked. So that would be like, this is the kind of guy I would probably put on the second line. That way you have a guy like Tavares on the top line. You have Skinner on the second line. You just, like, your top two lines, you have scoring touch. But I decided, you know what, Artemi Panarin, he has the 3-star offensive categories in the top, the shooting, puck skills, and senses. His skating's still very good. Physicality, he's not going to be a physical guy. And defense, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're scoring 20 goals and 80 points. And some of you guys were saying that he may be the guy that really gets Tavares to get to that 100-point mark. And I would love to see that. So I think I normally would see Skinner score more goals, but I'd see Panarin get more points. So personally, I wouldn't have necessarily wanted to sign Eberle had I known that all these guys were here. Maybe I should have just let him go to free agency, see what we had. Maybe that's a tip for next time. But anyways, we are going to go after Artemi Panarin. We're going to give him the 5 years he wants because that's a fair deal up till he's 32, and we're going to give him $7 million because, like, realistically, there's top guys like Draisaitl, and I mean Tavares we gave $8 million. Panarin has... like, he has just the skills, the potential is still elite. He just is a top-notch player. $7 million for him in real life, 5 years. I think that's a pretty fair deal. So we're going to try and see if we can get him here. The next option we are going to be doing, we have a couple trades to make. But a big thing I was looking at is our goaltending situation. Hellbuck, I was not confident with. I don't feel confident with going into the season. Like, I don't have any faith in him. I have more faith in Sorokin, just because of what I've seen out of him stats-wise. And then the other guy, Nielsen, we let go to free agency. Thomas Grace, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with him, but I know for a fact Sorokin's going to be a backup because I have faith in him. If not, we can always trade or sign another goalie. But I am either going to... I think I know which one I want to go after. Steve Mason here has had average seasons in the NHL these past two, like his two simulation seasons, not so great records. The playoffs, he did all right. Those are pretty good stats. But I'm not sure I'm really willing to pay for 4 years of satisfactory goaltending. I need a goalie. Pekka Rinne, he is shown he's definitely capable, but he's slowed down, that's for sure. He's definitely getting up there in age. The playoffs, he played great in the playoffs the year before that. He didn't have such a great record, but he still had good stats. I think he may be on the down end, and I don't think 3 years makes sense for us. Cam Talbot, 31 years old. Looking at his stats, he's had 2 great seasons with like great stats. Even had a better season last year. Playoffs, he was very well in that first year, and then I would say he was a bit less good. But I think the biggest thing is I wonder if the reason he's an elite goalie is because of his statistical growth. I think that's where it would be. So the reason he's an 89, I think, is literally just because he's had a great defense to help him out. In Edmonton, they had 91 Clefbaum I checked out, and they had like a Larson 87, and then they had Darnell Nurse, who would become a top 4 D-man, and then Sekera was still pretty good. So I think that Talbot really is. I'm kind of shaky to go towards Talbot, and I'm not going to go 7 years. I'm not sure if he's going to sign with us, but I think I'm willing to go for 5 years, and no one really wants him right now. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go 5 years at $6 million. I think if he wants to sign here, he's going to have to take a pay cut. $6 million I think is fair for a starting goalie. Let's see if we can get him for, no, 5 years is going to have to be it. We can always trade him if we want to. But I do think he's capable of being our number 1 goaltender, and I think our defense has improved enough where I think he'll still be able to play at a very high level for this team. So I'm hoping that that'll be the case. And then we have a couple more players to go after. Let's see. First off, prospect centerman. Let's go after Ryan Poling. Get some more depth in there. That sounds like a plan there. And then I'm trying to remember because I did this the other day. And I knew exactly. I remember what my trades are, but I remember there were a couple guys that were going after. We were looking at re-signing Jake Beagle, but he didn't really want to re-sign. So it's just, do we need any depth players? One thing I have looked is while I was going through trades, Jakob Forsback Carlson, he's on the trade block. I don't want to. Boston didn't really want any of our assets, but if you look at his stats, he had 70 points plus 33. He gets power play points, 300 shots in the AHL, and great takeaway to giveaway ratio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if we can get him for a decent contract, and we're going to boost up our young guys. I believe the cheapest was 1.27, and then 1.3 was if you have to give up a 3rd-round pick. So hopefully Boston will not be able to re-sign him, and we'll snag him off their hands. And then I think we should be okay for now. I was looking at still getting what's his name, Beagle, but the thing is, we do need all the cap space we can get. We're going after some big names, and I personally, I would go for a lot of depth, but I think that he wants a bit much and a bit much term, and he could get worse from the season he just had. I mean, he had a great AHL season and a solid NHL season with good. Well, I mean, not really a season, but he had some good stats there. But we're going to go with more young guys, I think, this year for our depth. We have a lot of guys like Svechnikov coming up. Barzal, we're looking to see if he can become a second-line center. So that'll be interesting. We got a lot of young guys that are going to be fighting for spots this year. But anyways, we still need to improve a couple areas of our team and move out some cap space. So I'm going to go make some trades right now, and I will show you them in a moment. Okay, we're back, and I have finished up the trade that I have going here with the Boston Bruins for Brendan Carlo. They're RFA defensemen that they are not probably going to be able to sign, and for me, I always want a mobile defense. I think that's really crucial, but at the same time, I also like young defensemen. And I don't mind a little size, and we do need some defensive-minded defensemen, and this is the best one on the market with a reasonable value. That like the biggest, I would say the most promising, like the best. You guys get what I mean. He's the best guy basically that we can go after right now. That I think is a fair value for a young defenseman. He's still 22. He could get a bit better. I'm not sure about his skating still, and his puck movement's a bit iffy, but he does have some nice stats to look at. So I think I am going to go after him. We're going to sign him to a 3-year deal worth about 2-point-something million. And you guys might be asking why I'm not just going out and signing him. And all we would have to give up really potentially, if he accepted the amount of money that we would give him, we would only have to give up a 3rd-round pick, which we do have for compensation. But personally, I don't want to do that. I know we're taking on a much heftier contract and in Bolesky, who realistically, I'm going to throw him in the AHL and he'll be up for injuries and potential, like he'll just be some extra depth. But I'm removing Nielsen because I looked at his contract status. He has 1 year left. He has some good stats. We have a couple power forwards on this team, including Anders Lee and Kiefer Bellows, which I think I would rather. Well, Brock Nielsen has pretty much the most trade value. Bellows is younger. We just signed Lee to an extension. His plus minus has been okay. His offensive numbers have started to improve. Like he's slowly gotten better. But he kind of doesn't really take enough shots for what I'd like. He's a good player, but I'm trying. You know what? This is also to make sure that it's fair for Boston. That would be kind of unfair also to just take Carlo off their hands for a third round pick. But I think this is a decent move. When I was saying that I was looking at his contract status, he doesn't want a contract extension now. He may eventually, but I think it's something to look at. And realistically, we have so many forwards on this team that we need to move one out. And preferably, a lot of you guys were saying Josh Bailey, and I know I said Josh Bailey before, but I think Josh Bailey is our best penalty killer by far. He blocks shots and everything. Like he does everything we need him to. His plus minus is good. He had some game-winning goals last year. He's a playoff performer. Nielsen did all right, but preferably, I like Bailey over Nielsen. So, and Bailey's a two-way forward, and we don't have too many of those. So, well, I guess we actually have. We might begin Forsback at Carlson, and then I mean, we do have a couple guys, but basically, I want to give up Nielsen and I want to get Carlos. So I think this is a fair deal. We're giving up some prospects that we don't need. Add another 5th-round pick in there also to sweeten the pot because they wouldn't take this with just Carlo and Bolesky for Nielsen, which I don't know why they don't want to trade Bolesky. They need cap space, and I mean, they have younger forwards that they could use instead. But anyways, this is going to be our trade. Carlo for Nielsen, basically, and a couple other minor assets involved in the trade. Will it go through? And trade accepted. We believe this transaction will contribute to our success here in Boston, so we are accepting your trade offer. So we did add to our team. I believe our defense got improved. I think our top 4 is set for now. I would have gone after a Chris Tanev because I like his mobility and such, but he wasn't on the trade block, and I personally didn't want to add too much value. We don't really have a ton of assets still, so it's just the best move we can make at the time. And I think Carlos should be he should do well, I think. So we might as well sim some days. We have all of our contracts sent out, I believe, to the players we need to, and we can sign some depth afterwards. So let's see, Panarin, Talbot, we are looking to see if we can get them signed. And we may potentially be going after another forward if they're still on the market and their price goes down and no one can afford them. And yeah, you guys get what I mean. Once again, advanced day. Let's keep going. Let's see. We're at July 4th. Panarin has accepted our offer. I was extremely happy to accept your offer. Your cash offer was most generous. It was really quite easy to make up my mind about your offer. I mean, he doesn't speak English very well. I don't speak English very well. I guess I could have gone for the Russian accent. I do apologize about that, guys, but you know what? That's fine. Ryan Poling actually went to Dallas. That's really unfortunate. But at the same time, we have a ton of forwards on this team. I'm not too worried. I know I could have given him like $1 million and then try and make him sign for sure. But again, we don't need Poling. We'll be okay, I think. Forsback Carlson, I've decided to accept your offer as presented, but it's not a done deal just yet. So basically, Boston can match, but I don't think they'll have the cap space too. So, you know, we're taking off 2 of the young forwards, or 2 of the young players, but I'm okay with that. Boston Bruins have decided they are not willing to match your offer of $1.275 million to RFA Jacob Forsback Carlson, or Jakob, sorry. And there you go. We don't have to give any. We don't have to. I was gonna say we don't have to give up any draft picks for compensation, and we got Cam Talbot, our new starting goaltender for the Islanders, and we got Forsback Carlson on our team, so that is looking really nice for us. And oh yes, shoot, I forgot. Okay, so I'm not quite sure again if we're going to have Grice as our backup this year. But what I am going to do is I had another trade, and I guess I'll just go to it and I'll make it as I'm talking to you guys about this. We were going to keep Hellbuck. I didn't want to keep Hellbuck at all. And I believe it was Chicago, I think, that needed they needed a goaltender of the future and some and maybe some defense. So this is also to free up some cap space. What we're going to do is we have to sign Carlo too. I keep I keep realizing these things as I'm going along. Hellbuck, we're gonna trade in exchange for his first round pick, and we're gonna throw in a defenseman that they do need. He's gonna be a bit of a cap guy, but Pelech, no one else in the NHL wanted him. Actually, let me double check, make sure that's the case. And I'd feel bad for not trading him to any team, or I would feel bad to trading him to a team that doesn't want him. But at the same time, if you look at Chicago's defense, I know they could spend cap on a different defenseman, but they need defensemen. And what the heck, he's 24. Maybe he could make the roster. Who knows? And I think, were we gonna get any players in exchange? Could we use any defensemen here that they have? 55. No, I think we should be okay. I think that will be all right for this. So Pelech and Hellbuck for a first round pick. Trade accepted. Look at that. We got a first round pick for two guys that could potentially be roster players for them. And Chicago may have got fleeced there, but you know what? What the heck? Some teams are going to get fleeced. Some teams just don't know how to make trades. So I'm not sure about Thomas Grace. I'm going to look around the league and see if... Oh, wait. No way. Does no team want Thomas Grace? Okay, then. That's kind of surprising. Kind of and not surprising. But I'm going to... You know what I will do is I'll put him on the trade block. And I mean, I would look around for some trades for him, but I didn't really have a plan because I wasn't sure if I was going to go after Talbot. But then I did go after Talbot, so... Grace could be our backup for this year if Sorokin isn't ready, and we need an AHL goalie anyways, so we'll just throw Grace on the block there, and we'll see what's up on the block now. We don't really need a starting goalie now, and we're always looking for top-notch defense, so we can look for top 2 D-man, and let's see. Top 4 D-man was here. Come on, let's go. Top 4, and you know what we will look for is we'll look for... let's look for some young defensemen again. Let's keep going in that direction. Might as well show you guys this. It is important for our franchise. And then we'll see. Yeah, we'll go that. Let's see if we can get a young prospect for Thomas Grace. I'd be all right with that. And then I don't want, well, I do want seconds, but I prefer not. So let's see if we can get any trade offers for him. Well, apparently it says we have young defensemen that we're looking to trade. No, we're not looking to trade any of them. But I'm too lazy to go back and change it now. So Carlo, let's go sign him. And we'll see if we can get him for 2.5. What the heck? 2.45. 2.4. We're going to see if we can get him for a decent deal. And let's see. Pavelski's still up there. I am interested in going after Pavelski. He has some great face-off stats. He had some great seasons. And I like everything about Joe Pavelski is amazing. He got 70 points. I know he's a minus. Okay, that's the only thing. He's a minus. But he has like 20 plus points on the power play each season. He gets 200 plus shots on the net. He gets time, like he plays minutes. 60% almost for faceoffs. Like that's a lethal player right there. And he blocks shots. Like I might have to go for Joe Pavelski. He wants 1 year, so I might throw an offer his way and see if he accepts it. We can't really afford him right now. Do we have any more contract? I guess Thomas Grace. Well, you know what? We'll just have to keep simming through the season and see if any trades happen for these guys. Are you kidding me, Carolina? Yeah, match offer. No, I don't want a second round pick for Carlo. That's unfortunate. All right. Well, matching the offer sheet shows me you're committed to me, and I'm looking forward to contributing on the ice. You better be worth $3 million, okay, bud? Come on. And I know it wasn't 3 million. You guys get it. You guys know what I'm talking about. He was close enough. Round it up. I think joining the team as a free agent was the right move for my career. That was a very late, awful accent of Russian. Demanding. We got to be demanding from him, and no impact. That's unfortunate, but that's all right. And I would like a trade offer for. Oh, okay, Matthias Ekholm for Zharkov and a 3rd round pick. That's actually. I didn't expect that. What is Ekholm? And yes, I did realize all these defensemen, Subban, Josi. I would so go after Subban. That's the guy that I would have gone after, but we have no assets. We gave up all of our first round picks and all of our draft picks for Brodin. So, yeah. Ekholm, top 4D man. I know he's 78 overall. He'll probably go back up to 81 at least, I would think. That's still a decently sized contract. Zharkov, I don't mind giving up. I don't mind giving up these assets, but I'm not sure cap wise if he's worth it. And Fabro's coming up, and like I'm okay with our defense. The thing is, Ekholm would be our third left side D-man, and I know you need strong defense, and this guy would probably be great for this team. But I'm not interested at the moment, and I know it may not happen again that I get this kind of an offer, but I'm going to decline for now, just because I want to. I think I'm happy with my defense. Like, if I want to get a defense, I think I'm not going to move any of my current defensemen, and I'm going to get a Subban kind of defenseman or a Tanev, where I have to move Carlo down. But that doesn't seem to be the case. So, yeah. If anything else happens here, guys, I will any trade offers or such, I will I will show you guys, obviously. But we're gonna skip to the beginning of the season. Okay, so we got some captains to assign and edit some lines and such. So let's see what we got. Tavares, Bailey, and Letty. Those are our captains. That seems about right. Because Barzal not quite ain't there. Yeah, that makes sense. Panarin's not. He just came here. Bellows, Young, Lee, maybe, but not quite. Jordan Everly. Not really. Not right now. Svechnikov, nope. Josh saying nope. Fabro maybe in the future. Brodin just got here. Montour, kind of newcomer still. Carl, yeah. Grice can't be a captain. There you go. Well, yeah, I would say that those seem to be the captains. So let's look quickly, and I'll show you guys what we could do. You know what? I might as well do some of the season here. What the heck? Might as well see what our team's gonna play like, right? So goalies, Sorokin is 81 overall, and it looks like he's ready to be a backup. So we can sign a goalie, and then we can play. We can sign a goalie, and then we can trade Grice or Sorokin if we want to do that, and we want to roll Grice Talbot tandem, because if we do get an injury, Grice will be capable. So I'll let you guys decide the goaltending situation. Brodin, Letty, Montour, Carlo. That's our top four. Montour is probably going to play with Brodin. It actually works out like in the future. I'm really this season even I could see Fabro playing with Brodin because two ways. I think play like a two-way playing with a two-way and offensive and defensive being the pairings. I think that's a key thing of making your team really well in this game. I could be wrong. But that could be the case. I mean, Letty plays amazing with Seidenberg, but if you put him with Brodin, he may not do as well. So I'm not sure. If you guys think we should also put Seidenberg and Letty back in, if we need to do that for a later season experiment. But this is our top four, so we might end up moving Fabro up. But you guys can also chime in on that. What you think are just give us some line combinations and what maybe we should do. Mayfield and Zaboral not quite ready for the shell yet. For the big leagues, Van de Sample and Weatherspoon, and then Kavanagh. I really think he could be a top-notch defenseman. Robin Salo, Cedarholm, and Zharkov. It's going to be hard to give Zharkov any ice time, so maybe we could use him as a trading asset. Right wings, we got Ho-Sang, Eberle, Svechnikov, Case. I like that. I think Case is a pretty solid. He is a sniper, but he doesn't play like it, so... I think the player types for me only really matters to me if it's I think you need to you max out. I would say you need to have 2 of one player type on one line for forwards, and then but it also depends how they play. Like I think Panarin might be more of a playmaker. He also could snipe some goals. But I mean I think he's going to be able to get tons of points either way with Tavares. But we could also separate them and spread out the offense. You guys can chime in on that. But he's a first line forward, so we'll play him on the first line for now. So we have the right wings, left wings. Bolesky, we will send him down because otherwise he will complain. Sundqvist, yeah, our AHL looks okay there. And then Keane. Forsback Carlson, I could look to play him. Depth forward and Josh Norris. I know we want to play him, but this is what we're going to do for now. Forsback Carlson also could be in the lineup. I think we need to go sign some forwards here. So we're going to go best lines, and might as well show you this. But we can go after some players in general. So what do we have here? Maybe there's any extra guys. So Pavelski is off the block. That's fine. I'm not too worried about that. Gwensel is an option maybe for the future. Mason, yeah, and there's not too much here. Any potential goalies? Not really much. We could use a goalie. Defenseman, we could use some depth maybe eventually. But let's go add some right wingers because we do need a couple of those. Derek Dorsett. That might be an interesting one. Let me look at some quick individual stats and what they play like. 100 shots, good takeaway to giveaway ratio. Good takeaway to giveaway ratio there. Takes a lot of shots in the AHL. He'd be a good AHL guy. Blandisi takes about 200 shots there. Good stats. So can also play center. Let's go for a Blandisi, I think, maybe. Or no, you know what? We're going to go with the vet. We're going to go with a grinder vet. Go with Derek Dorsett. He wants a two-way deal, so that's good. And let's see. Left wingers. Do we got any potential guys? Not much. And yeah, Eli. Let's see. What is he looking like? Some not great ratio numbers, but that's in the NHL. He actually has some decent stats for there. You know what? What the heck? We'll give him a contract to play in the AHL. And then centers. Do we have some prospects here? Not a ton. I think we should be okay. Alexander Kerfoot. We have a lot of centers anyways. He does have some good numbers, but I think I'll pass for now. Elias Pettersson? Nope. Nice try. Anyways, yeah, that should be it for now. Let me go edit our lines, or I guess I'll sim some days here quick. Make sure we got all of our players. Dorsett signed, Eli signed, and there's our forward core for the AHL. We're 1-0 so far with best lines, I guess. So we'll sim right out of the preseason, basically. Scratched, yeah, Josh Norris is there. So we'll go best lines there, and then we'll go best lines here. And you guys can let me know again if we should, which guys should be playing and such. If we need to add some more depth to the AHL, maybe. Kavanagh is fine there, and yeah, that looks good. Goalies, Sorokin, I would definitely like to get him getting some NHL time. So if Grice starts struggling, I might actually play Sorokin instead. But Bouvillier, Case, Lee, Sazikaz, I think I want to use fourth line center. Oh, what the heck. I'll just skip this part for you guys. So, guys, I have finished up the lines, and we are ready to roll with the NHL, I guess, 2018-19 season? Is it? Yeah, it's 19. No, 2019-20 season, I think. And we have our full lines ready for starters. We have Panarin, Tavares, Hosang. We're going to see if that stacked top line just rips it up, gets, like, tons of points. I would have liked a more defensive player there on that first line, but I think Tavares should be able to handle that. Barzal, Lee, and Eberle. Good news is Barzal is a second line forward, so we are not pushing him too hard. Unfortunately, it looks like his defensive awareness and defensive stats aren't that high, but also on the plus side, his offensive awareness is 93. That's crazy. He could be a sniper, actually. Hopefully, just his whole game can become a bit more even, I would say. Eberle and Lee, we're gonna put alongside him. Bailey, we're gonna put on third line center, try him at center again with Svechnikov and Bellows. If not, we'll move Bouvillier back up in it and put Cizikas and Case there. And I think we should be all good with that. And then we have Montour and Brodin. We're gonna try as our top pair to start out the year. We should be able to stack up our offense there. Leddy and Carlo will be our second pairing. I think Carlo should be able to play pretty well with Leddy. I mean, if Leddy was able to play with Sedinberg, I think should be all right to play with Carlo. But I mean, I think Boychuk was a bit quicker too. So hopefully they can do well. And then Fabro, we got a vet, Sedinberg. I keep on saying it. I maybe have not noticing it either. I mean, I guess I noticed it now. Seidenberg is going to be playing with Fabro, the youngin, and hopefully he should be all right. I will show you guys our power play lines quickly. Power play lines, I pretty much left them all the same. The only difference is I put Lee instead of Carlo because I don't want Carlo on the power play. And then Lee will be getting some opportunities to score, see if he can score. And a bit of a young line there, but should be all right. And you know what I just realized is, oh, no. I was going to say, where the heck is Hosang? But he's there. So that could be interesting right there. And then four-man power play, yeah, we left that pretty much all the same. Carlo can play defense there. And then, you know what? Actually, let's give Fabro a shot, I think, on four-man power play. I want to actually try him instead of Lee, too, because he got some shots there. So that could be interesting to see if they can score some goals there. And then penalty kill, we're going to go with Case and Zizekas, and then Bailey and Bouvillier, and then Brodin and Carlo, and Letty and Fabro. And then we got Fabro once again getting PK time with Letty, and then Brody and Carlo, Zizekas, Bailey. You guys got it? Goalies, Talbot and Grice will be the tandem to start off the year, and Josh Norris is our extra forward. We may need to bring up Mayfield as our defenseman. I basically did best lines here. I'm pretty sure I did, yeah. And yeah, that's what we got there for the whole team. Looks pretty stellar. I'm not going to worry about our young forwards there too much. Most of them are getting the amount of time that they should be. Zaboro, Mayfield, Van de Sample, Weatherspoon, Salo, Kavanagh. And then goalies, Sorokin, again, we will look to get him in the lineup more. But I think we're going to be ready to start off our season. The crazy thing is Tavares had 5 goals in his first game. So, oh gosh, we won 13-1. Maybe I shouldn't have made line changes. Okay. I didn't even see that. Maybe some of you guys were screaming at me that we smoked them. And then we lose with our new line changes. Okay. So let's see. Scouting assignment. Let's go Russians. Yeah, we have a lot of Russians on our team. So let's keep that chemistry up. We'll go, 6 weeks. Get out of my hair, Scout. We don't need to worry about scouting too much. We're only going to be making trades, if anything. So pretty even record here in the preseason. I wouldn't get too much into it. I think we should be able to dominate the season pretty well. I think my only concern is that I do like Montour a ton, but I would really wish that Fabro would have been like a top 4 defenseman, because I really would have liked to put him alongside of Brodin. We're just going to have to deal with it for now. Maybe look at a trade later on. But let's get 1 month of sim here. I mean, if we keep winning, then I'm not going to stop. But we're off to a 2-0 start, so that's nice. Divisional rival there in New Jersey. We get a 4-1 win. We're dominating everyone. We're 4-0. What a start. St. Louis get a 4-1 loss. I'm okay with a loss here and there, but we got to bring back some wins. Come on, Boston. Come on, don't go back to 500. There's a win against Vancouver. I'll take it. Florida, let's see if we can get another dub here. Is it 6 weeks already? Really, Scout? Come on. Weatherspoon. No, we'll just replace player there. 2-0 win against Florida. There you go. Keep getting some wins here, boys. Colorado, 4-2 loss. Chicago, get a win. Grice for Sekera in a 6th. No, I don't need another offensive defenseman. Too big of a cap. Vet. I'll stick with Grice as my goalie. I think we have a strong tandem, though. So, Talbot has been injured. Look at that. November 28th. So is that like the whole... I think that's for a while, isn't it? But we need another goalie. So we're kind of in a bit of a pickle here. So let's go goalies. And we will get Sorokin in there. Insert Sorokin. He can play straight away. And then AHL, we do have Vanacek Zimmerman. That's our new ECHL goalies again. Max Zimmerman. All right, we're going with a nice tandem there. 4-1 loss to Detroit, and to finish off the season, we got an injury. Oh crap! I guess we got to call up a defenseman. All right, I will skip this part for you guys here. So now, guys, we have decided to just go up and throw Fabro on our top pairing. That should be all right. It looks like Steinberg and him weren't actually doing that well. And neither is Carlo and Letty, but they got to pick it up, and they should know that. So let's see if we can maybe spice things up a bit. Letty, how many points does he have this year? No, we got to keep him on our top line power play. Brodin, we got to keep him on our top line power play. Okay, we're going to switch things up. Lee will go there. Letty there. No, Zaboro. Okay, we're going to switch that back up the way it was. That's fine. Penalty kill, Letty. We're going to take him off there, and we're going to go... Actually, no. We could use another defensive defenseman, definitely. Goalies, scratched, and yeah. Okay, so injury bugs hitting us a bit here. Our top line's doing okay. Second line is doing brutal. Let's put Bouvillier up there, and we're going to put Bailey... like they're scoring, but I don't think they're really... Are they really ripping it up? 11 points. I think I want to spread out our offense here. I think that might be our best. But no, but it's our top line. We can't, if our top line's going, we can't switch that. 3 assists, 2 points for Lee. Yeah, you got to go down, bud. Let's see. Bouvillier actually wants to get some ice time, so we're gonna throw him on there. Maybe not the best situation, but we're gonna try it. And then we'll go Bailey, and I think that should be right. Lee needs to step it up, and he should know that. Penalty kill. Let's. I think the penalty kill should be doing all right. But we're getting a bit hit here, so hopefully we should be all right. What do we need to do? Oh yeah, best lines. We'll just do that. All right. And we are good to go. 2-1 loss. We're 6-7. Let's, you know what? We'll go another half a month with these guys and see what we can do. 3-1 loss. Come on, guys. We got to pick it up here. I might have to make a couple more line changes or just go best lines because we don't want to get caught behind too quick. We're going to go defenseman, 6 weeks in the States. Pittsburgh, 2-1 loss. Come on, guys. There's a win. I'll take it. I had to stop there just because in case we lost. We'll take it one game at a time now. New Jersey, come on, big win. Montour's back. That's huge for us. So we will take Zaboral out and move Montour back in. So guys, I finished up the lines there. We did get a 3-1 loss, but I decided that I was going to try something. And whatever lines are going more, I'm just going to give more ice time. So I will quickly show you guys that because I did accidentally skip out. So we put our third line on our second line, and I moved our whole second line down, or our whole third line down, because it just wasn't working. Unfortunately, I actually kind of wish we got Joe Pavelski now because I'm not sure Barzal is ready. Or he just doesn't have the right line mates right now. So what I actually might do is I might go for Svechnikov and him, and then I think I might want to throw Bailey there. So we're gonna go big tough line as our second line, and then we're gonna try and see if we can get some skill going there. I think that should work. Or actually, we might do Lee, and then we'll do Bailey and Eberle and Bellows. No, that doesn't look good enough. I think Lee needs to go on that second line. I think Lee needs to prove himself again that he can really play well. Eberle, I could want to put Eberle on that top line, but like, here's the thing. I think we need another top end forward. We need a top 4 defense, which I think we do have. I think right now, though, our biggest problem is that I think this forward core, I don't think it can get it done. I think we have a top line that can play well, but we need another top end. We need like a bigger name, a guy like Adam Henrique. Joe Pavelski would have been perfect, but unfortunately he's not on the block right now. And I guess our goalie, yeah, Sorokin's doing great, so I might want to keep him in the net. But we will leave that. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah, another thing. I need to move Zaboral down. So I'll quickly do that here. And Zaboral, go. And there you go. So we'll get our... Oh, I have to go back and put him in the AHL lineup, don't I? Okay, here we go. AHL, come on. There you go. And best lines. We're good. So we should be okay for now. And I might have to stop it pretty quick, though, just because our team is a bit iffy. And, I mean, I think we should be good enough for this video. It has gone long enough. So let's see. Montreal, 5-3 loss. Come on, guys. We got to get some help here. Oh, gosh. Okay, injury bug has hit us. November 19th, replaces player. Quincy for a 4th and a 7th. I don't need a Kyle Quincy at $2.7 million. I don't. 3-1 loss, or 3-1 win, sorry. So that was a good win. Brandon Montour. My performance lately is something I'm not too proud of. +3 with 2. Do I want to be? Yeah, I'm going to be motivating. No, I'm going to be demanding. I think he needs it. He needs to be one of our top defensemen if he wants a chance. So I didn't want to go motivating just because I wasn't sure if that was going to work. But and I didn't want to get negative. I didn't want it to get any worse than we are doing. So we'll go to the 15th, and maybe Hosang will be back by our next game against Florida. Weatherspoon will go best lines in the AHL. 1-0 shootout loss. That's unfortunate. And is Hosang back yet? No, he's not. We're going to go all the way back up. We'll keep going. Might as well go to the end of the month now, I guess. There's another win. We're getting some points here. Okay. I guess we're going to keep going to the end of the month. Toronto, come on, let's get a win. Yes, 4-2 win. There you go. That's better. And Cam Talbot is back. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to. Oh, actually, both of our goalies are playing pretty darn good, aren't they? Sorokin's doing well. We're gonna put in Cam Talbot though, and we're gonna let Grice have the next game. But I will instantly go and put Sorokin back in the AHL. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep him up with the NHL team because I could see us making a trade potentially. It may have to happen shortly with our goaltending tandem, and you guys will have to make a big decision on that. 2-1 overtime loss, 3-1 win, or 3-0 win. So we're getting points. Calgary, we get a win. Columbus, we get, what do we got? We got a 2-0 win. So you know what? We're winning. Okay, that's a tough call. I don't like not playing Sorokin, but I'm gonna go. I don't want to lose morale, so we're gonna keep going until we lose, and we lost. Okay, that's it. We're good. We're done. We're done here. So we're 13, 12, and 3, 500 record. That's probably not gonna be a playoff record. I mean, unless maybe more teams like the Rangers. We have more teams like the Rangers that are just like us and are pretty much 500. Yeah, we're okay. We're not too bad. But it's really close. So that winning streak, that little winning streak we went on, that's going to help. Tavares, top line's going okay. I know we have Josh Norris on the top line. I noticed that. But I guess Hosang isn't back yet. So you guys, I could use some help. Let me just go to edit lines and we'll end it off where it's at. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll quickly show you this. Those are our lines right now. You guys can chime in on them, and then I'll go to stats quickly. And yeah. Oh, Hosang's back? What the heck? When did he come back? It didn't give me a notification. That's ridiculous. AHL, there it is. I don't think we need to worry about our AHL team too much. I think they're doing okay. I guess not. Maybe we might have to help them out a bit. I think they could use a goalie down there. But let's see. What were we going to do? Stats. So we'll go through, I guess, team stats. We might as well. This video is going to be a pretty long one, but I think you guys deserve it. Again, I haven't been posting a ton, so might as well keep on going. Entire league goals for. How are we for offense? We're at the bottom. I think that's our depth. We just haven't been able to find the depth goal scoring. We need Barzal and Svechnikov and all these young guys to start scoring now. Defensively, though, yeah, well, that's what I thought. We are going to be top-notch defensively. So, wow, we are actually, we're pretty much a 500 team. Power play goals on, so 20%. You know what? That's not too bad. I like that. I think Brodin's helping out a lot, to be honest. Penalty kill, yes, that's what I like to see. It's going to go down, but I mean, yes. Power play goals against 7. We are doing great. That looks great. So we should keep on playing like that. On the road, not too great. At home, pretty good. The last 10 games, 6-1-3. You know what? That's a pretty respectable record. So we didn't have a great start, but we picked it back up. We're 20th in the league, but we still barely have a. Do we have a? Wait, we kind of have a playoff spot. No. Let's go into the other division. The other division's stacked. We have to have a divisional wild card, or not a division. What am I saying? A divisional spot. But I think I would say it is our forwards. I don't think our defense is the biggest problem, although I still would like to improve on that. Brodin is our new top defenseman. Panarin is our new top guy to go with Tavares. They got to keep on playing together. Svechnikov's not doing too bad. All right, -7 though. Eberle needs to pick it up for sure because we just gave him a big contract, and I feel, excuse me, I feel like we need to play him with Tavares at one point. We got to try him, and we might have to split up Panarin, but I don't want to put 3 snipers together. All right, sorry for the interruption. So what was I talking about? So we got, Panarin, and I was saying Eberle, I could see, I honestly think we might have to trade him. I've never had good luck with Eberle. I think his defensive stats have never been good enough, and I just, but here's the thing. If you get him going, he's on fire. We need this Eberle right now. That's the Eberle we need. Unfortunately, that's just not the way it's going right now. 18 minutes on ice. He had more minutes when he was playing well, and he does get takeaways. Maybe we need him on the ice more. Maybe I need to give him more ice time. I kind of throw him under the bus, but he does need to be a top 6 forward for us, I think. Bouvillier is having a pretty respectable season. Maybe play him in that top 9. Barzal, I really need him to. I think it's his defensive stats again. A lot of our offensive young players, they just don't have the defensive stats. So that's why Pavelski would have been amazing to get. Oh, man. Next time I got to go after him. Kiefer Bellows, he's having a rough start. Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do with him. Case, I think Case and Bellows and what's his name, Sazikaz have played well together. So we might try going that again on the fourth line and maybe give Bellows some. I don't know. He just hasn't. He had a shot in the AHL, but now it's just gone. Bailey, he's having a rough go to the season. We really need him to pick it up. Josh Norris, he's actually playing really well. So you know what? Josh Norris is going to stay in our lineup, and a lot of you guys may say that we have to trade Bailey. I still am he still has a good end of the season. I'm not sure if it's his poise or he just plays like a true vet. He's one of our captains, and I believe that he can. He should know that he needs to pick it up. Brandon Montour is doing better. Not really the offensive defenseman we needed, but you know what? He's playing a solid game. He has a good shot now. He's improved his shot. That's interesting. We might have to get him on the power play a bit more, but yeah, we should be okay. Anders Lee. Oh yeah, he also needs to pick it up. Carlo is doing okay. Zaboro was okay. Wow, did he do anything? 2 shots? Okay. I guess he didn't have too many minutes. Seidenberg, -4. Yeah, we may need to improve on our defense. He may need to go. Dante Fabro, -7. That's rough. He hasn't got enough offense yet. Ooh, he has good defensive stats, but I don't know what it is. He just can't get her going. 85 shots, though. He's taking shots, but he can't score. That's unfortunate. He just needs to keep on working on it, and hopefully he can develop into a better defenseman. I could use a Matthias Ekholm now, maybe for the PK, so maybe we could look at that. Goalies, quickly look at this. All of our goalies are playing amazing. Yeah, this is something that hasn't happened for a while. Starter, are you kidding me, Cam Talbot? You already went down to a starter? He's still playing really well. That's going to be... All right, okay, so you guys are going to have to chime in on this because we need to figure out what's going on. But I mean, if these are the bright spots of the team, do we need to send down either trade Grice or send down Sorokin? But I'm not trading Talbot for a defenseman or forward, if that's what you guys are thinking. We're not doing that, okay? We just signed him. We're not doing that. Eberle, the only reason I'm kind of up on him is because he's been on our roster for a bit. And although we signed him, he's been on our team for a while, and he still hasn't been able to get it out. Well, I mean, he's getting points, but I don't know. This has been a long video, guys. I hope you guys have some comments for me in return. I really am going to need your help on this because I'm not sure what direction we need to go. If we need to leave it, we just need to keep on trying things with our lines. I know that whoever's playing needs to keep on playing. So Panarin and Tavares, I'm not sure I'm going to split them up at all during this season. I just don't see it. But we definitely need to make some changes. So these are our top guys, and we need to start having our supporting cast really support more. Once guys like Barzell, Lee, like Bailey, all these guys, once they start going, we're going to have a dominant team. But what do we need to do to make that happen? So I'm going to end it off here once again. I do hope you guys enjoy this video. Once again, do hit that like button to show your support. It is greatly appreciated. Make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss out on when the next episode comes out. And I'm going to get out of here. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. 1, 2, 3, let's go.